1 in 3 women may suffer from abuse and violence in their lifetime. This is an appalling human rights violation. Yet it remains one of the invisible and under-recognized pandemics of our time. Nicole Kidman. Hello and welcome to Yoga with Melissa 359. This is a special episode. It is Yoga for International Day of the Elimination of Violence Against Women with Goddess Bhuvaneshwari. And this is real yoga for real people, yoga that you can do so that you can move better and feel better and connect with your true nature. Today you are going to need a bolster, 2 blocks, and you may need a strap. So thanks to Dusky Lee for my props, and thanks to Squeezed Yoga Clothing for my clothes. Today I am wearing orange long sleeve top in alliance with the United Nations social media campaign on International Women's Day. They do the hashtag Orange the World campaign. So you can wear orange on International Violence Against Women's Day, which is November the 25th. And they give you these little filters you can put over your social media profiles that say Orange the World. And so those are a couple of things you can do to raise awareness around violence against women on November the 25th, which is the day this video is being released. And I'm also wearing long black leggings. The reason why I chose to do this class on ending violence against women is that I believe that together we can take yoga off our mats to create a culture that rejects violence as a way to deal with problems. And through our yoga practice, we cultivate the resources to speak up against messages that say that violence or mistreating women is okay. I have a testimonial for you today. It is from Sujata, and it's a speak pipe testimonial. And Tim's going to show you some drone footage that he took recently while we play this speak pipe message.
Hi, this is a message for Melissa. My name is Sujata. I stumbled across you completely by accident. I live in England, in Leicester. I'm a 38-year-old female, Indian origin. And I don't know, I just really like listening to your video. I just, how you just stumble across something by accident. You seem really sort of genuine and really authentic with your journey. And I think I'm going to sort of like read a bit more about what you do. Purely because it's reignited my passion in yoga again. I qualified as a yoga teacher 2 years ago. I've sort of like, it's been in my blood. I've sort of been doing it on and off, God, for years. I suppose been to India quite a few times as well. But this is sort of, it's just been really nice listening to you. Really refreshing, really authentic. And yeah. But anyway, I just thought I'd just drop that. I just seen the say hello to Melissa tab and I thought I'd just click on it. All right, thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, Sujata, for taking the time to leave that speak pipe testimonial. I appreciate it very much, and I love all of you take the time to leave me a voicemail. It's always so great to hear your voices, and all of you who leave your comments on my website, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. And of course, always the most in-depth conversations happen in our membership community. I'm suffering with a cold today, so I'm finding it a little bit difficult to get my words out there in case you noticed. We are going to begin with our peace mantra. This should be interesting. Let's come together for that. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvina Vaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So that mantra means protect us together, student and teacher. May our studies nourish us together. May we work together for the union of the good of all. May our learning be luminous and purposeful. May we live in harmony. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. So we're going to start today in recline bound angle pose, and I'll get you to set that up with your bolster. There's quite a few sort of more restorative poses. So I've got my blanket folded over my mat. This is pretty much how I like to practice, except for my standing postures, because it just gives extra comfort on your mat. And then you're going to take your blocks and place them for support underneath your knees. And bring the soles of your feet together. And then you'll rest back over your bolster. And put your blocks underneath your knees enough so that your legs are fully supported, so they're not hanging in the air at all. And then bring your arms out to the side. So as you'll see as we go along in this class, the goddess Bhuvaneshwari, she is the goddess of space, and so a lot of these poses are about creating space. Okay, in this pose, just check a little bit with the position of your bolster as you settle in, so that it's supporting your back in a way that's comfortable. And then you'll rest back. And as I said, Bhuvaneshwari, she's the goddess of space, and so you'll see a lot of these poses are about creating spaciousness in your body. So in a culture that objectifies and commodifies women, women are dehumanized and treated as anonymous goods to be looked at, ogled, touched, and used, and once used, discarded, and replaced with a newer and younger form. And you can see this all the time when you look at media, advertising, social media. You just have to turn on your social media, open a magazine, go to the movies. This is just so rampant. It's not hard to find examples of this. Their human rights to be here, to feel, to be empowered, to love, to speak, to envision a future for themselves, to experience their own spirituality is often ignored. And this is something that we were talking about even just a couple of weeks ago in our live meditation class on Monday night in the membership community, that to be able to come together as women and to be able to share these practices is only a very recent event. It was something that used to be kept from women, and actually is still very much kept from women in certain cultures. So we have to wake up and bring awareness to these facts in our world. So breathe into your torso here, into your lower belly, into your rib cage and your upper chest, and feel yourself dropping into your physical body. Feel yourself supported by the blocks and the bolster underneath you. And begin to form an intention of what you would like to receive from your yoga practice today. What is it that you would like to create, sustain, or release? And how can your yoga practice help you to do that? Breathe into your whole body. Feel the tension in your body, and on your breath out, allow that tension to drop down and into the earth beneath you. And then while you're feeling the support of the earth underneath you, also become aware of the spaciousness around you. The space around your body, the space within your body, the space underneath your body. And let yourself rest into that space. Space between your teeth, and allow your tongue to float in your mouth. And then from here, we're going to draw up through your pelvic floor, draw your navel back to your spine, and draw your knees together. And you'll slowly roll to your side. And we're going to come into pigeon pose, but I'm going to give you an option for pigeon pose in case you have knee issues and it creates a problem with your knees in pigeon pose. So this one I want to show you is one where you can use the walls so that you don't have to hold on behind your knees for a long hold in pigeon. So you would lie on your back. And then you would place your foot against the wall and cross your leg over. And if you're not feeling anything against your in your outer thigh and your buttocks, then you would move closer to the wall until you do feel something. Or if you're feeling too much, you move further away from the wall. And then this way you don't have to hold on here. You can just rest and the wall becomes your resistance. Otherwise, we're going to come and use your bolster for pigeon, but that would be resting pigeon or sleeping pigeon, I'm not sure. Anyway, we're all just celebrating the fact that that panel didn't fall right now. Here we're going to do pigeon, use your bolster. You're just going to slide your right knee forward, slide your left leg back and long, and then if there's space between your buttocks and the ground, if it's not resting fully on the ground, then you're going to fill the space. You can either fold your blanket up underneath it or put a block underneath it, but don't leave it hanging in the air. And then you're going to rest over your bolster. So we live in a culture that dehumanizes women and treats women as objects. And because of that, it becomes easier for women to be abused. In a world of advertising and media messages, which creates impossible standards for women in order to drive consumerism, women lose touch with who they truly are on the inside and an environment of justification and entrapment of abuse is sustained. Okay, we're going to slowly make our way out of the pose on this side. And if you're on the floor, you can, on your back, you can make your way to the other side. So slide your left knee forward and slide your right leg back. And I find it helps to come into this super slow, and then it's easier to connect your back left buttocks to the ground. And if the back left buttocks isn't on the ground, then curl the blanket up over top of it, underneath here. Or put the block or your cushion underneath it. So in the world of yoga, unfortunately, many times the same media messages exist as in the wider media. I find the underlying narrative of yoga videos, yoga images, yoga in the social media is that women must be beautiful, skinny, flawless, curvy, and lifeless. And God forbid if you speak up or say anything meaningful. And we all know here on this channel that I've taken a lot of flack for talking too much and for speaking about things that are meaningful. It's like the number one complaint on this channel. Women yogis are supposed to be glossy figures moving gracefully across the screen without any words. So remember that this is part of the objectification of women. An object has no personality, values, passions, or dreams. Okay, we're going to release this, and we're going to use your bolster again, and have your strap close by, because this is where I was thinking about it last night, how I'd like to use the strap in this pose. So if you come and you're going to lie down on your bolster, you're actually going to put the bolster right underneath your pelvis and rest over it. And basically you're going to lengthen your legs out long over top of it. And we're going to do half happy baby pose. Ardha Ananda Balasana. And you're going to bring your right leg in and hold on to your right foot. So you could use your strap here as well around your foot. And so you're feeling an opening along the front of your left hip. This is a nice way to do lunge pose too. If lunge pose bothers you, like if it hurts your knees because of arthritis and kneeling on the ground bothers your knees, then this gives you that same opening, but you're changing your orientation to gravity. And then you're going to take your strap and you're going to place it around your foot. You may not even need your strap for this. You may be able to hold on to your big toe and lengthen your leg up so that you're feeling something along the back of your leg. So it's like a hamstring opening here. We still in shot? Did I mess you up, Tim? Okay, good. And then you're going to release your right leg, bring both legs down, and just pause here in the middle. Feel the difference between your right side and your left side. Where did I put my Kindle? So here on Yoga with Melissa for the past 7 years, we've been focusing on something different. I feel like the message here is different from the message that we have in the media. So many of you have told me that you come here because we do have a different message. We are real yoga for real people. We have real bodies. And you have told me that you appreciate my real personality. We are connecting with something deeper here, our true nature, and trying to overcome violence on a deeply personal level, starting with ourselves. And from this place of cultivating nonviolence with ourselves, then we cultivate nonviolence in our relationships with others and with our place in the world. Okay, so let's do the other side here. So you're going to draw your left leg up, hold on to the back of your foot, draw your left knee towards your left shoulder. So you're half happy baby on the other side. So you're getting an opening through your left hip and also through the front of your right hip here. And then you can hold on to your big toe and lengthen out through your left leg, or you can use your yoga strap around the ball of your foot here and lengthen out through your left leg, opening up the back of your left leg here. So feel the support of the earth underneath you. Rest down into your bolster. Feel the ground underneath the back of your rib cage, your shoulders, your head. But also feel the space around you and rest into the space around you. And then you're going to rest this down again and pause here in the center, feeling the effects of doing this pose on both sides, the half-halfway baby and the hamstring stretch. So today we're going to practice with Bhuvaneshwari, the goddess of infinite space. Her motherly embrace will gather us into her vast, spacious womb. And we will allow her to support us, to hold us and renew us, helping us to let go of anxiety and fear. Okay, what we're going to do now is take your bolster, press into your feet, and you're just going to push that bolster down so that it comes underneath your knees. So you're going to be in supported Savasana, and we're going to do a breath to create space or to find the space in your breath. So we're going to do some square breath now. So you're going to breathe in. I'm just going to pause there for a second. If you are pregnant or have any reason why you shouldn't be holding your breath, if that's a contraindication for your health, then just keep your breath continuous, because this has some breath holding, some suspension of your breath, and you'll know from your own health reasons if you can't be doing that. So you're going to breathe in, pause, breathe out, pause, 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 breathe in, pause, breathe out, pause. And then return to breathing normally and feel the pause at the end of your breath in and at the end of your breath out. So just become aware of those pauses, the space between your breath. Bhuvaneshwari's spaciousness swallows all that needs to be cleared. So take this time to offer her whatever you are holding on to. Whether you or somebody you love has been the victim of violence, Bhuvaneshwari will take whatever your burden is, dissolve it, and offer it back to you transformed. Okay, so from here we're going to make our way out of this recline position and slowly up to standing. So you want to put your props off to the side now too. Okay, from standing, I thought we could do two poses. We're going to start with Goddess Victory Squat. So you're going to take your feet wide, turn your toes out, and you're going to sink down, straight down. And I want you to feel the support of your legs here, and then bring your arms up. So feel the support of your legs on the ground, and then feel the spaciousness around your body. And also start to feel any tension through your body can start to flow down through your legs, down through your quads, down through your shins, through your calves, down through your feet into the ground. Any tension in your upper body can flow down through your shoulders, down through your spine, through your pelvis, through your upper legs, through your shins, through your feet into the ground. So you'll feel that kind of downward flow of energy, of tension into the ground. You feel the upward flow of energy from the earth into your body. And then feel the spaciousness around your body. And then release this posture from your body. You're probably going to need a block for the next pose. And you can take it and place it at the top of your mat. For this pose, you're going to come into a standing forward fold. You may want to use the wall for this. Actually, I'll show afterwards. I'll show a couple of versions of this since we're indoors and we can use the wall. So you're going to come into a standing forward fold. You can use the block underneath your right hand. You're going to lift your left leg up behind you, open your left hip, drop your right hip bone. And then you're going to lift and open your left arm. So I chose this pose because it has a real sense of spaciousness around it. Feel the support of the earth underneath you and feel the spaciousness around the pose. So you could also do this pose against the wall. I gotta say that pose is so much easier after all those balancing classes we've been doing, working on our vestibular system and our proprioception. But you could do this right against the wall, where you're leaning right against the wall as well. If balance is a challenge for you in this pose. Okay, so let's try this on the other side as well. So you're gonna come into a standing forward fold again with the block underneath your left hand this time. You're going to lift your right leg up and behind you. Open up your right hip. And focus on something that's not moving first. And then the last thing that would move would be your head. That would be your vestibular system. That's something that we've been working on a lot in the balancing classes. So feel the support of the earth underneath you, and then feel the spaciousness and expansiveness of this pose. And then you can let that pose out of your body. And we're going to come down back to the ground again. And you can roll out your blanket and your bolster again. Okay, so we're going to do wide-kneed child's pose. And if this doesn't work for your knees, then you can lie on your back and hug your knees into your chest with your arms crossed. So it's like a loose knees to chest with your arms crossed, holding onto your knees. So you're going to lie in wide-kneed child's pose. I'm going to just turn my head away from you so that my mic doesn't get bumped here. So throughout our class today, we allowed Bhuvaneshwari's comfort to wrap around us like an invisible, loving blanket, creating a still, calm center. Bhuvaneshwari acts as a non-judgmental, loving witness, holding space with a subtle generosity. So here in wide-kneed child's pose or knees to chest on your back, feel the support of the earth underneath you. Let yourself sink into that. But also feel the space around you, wrapping you in a loving embrace. Breathe into your low back and pelvis. Okay, so you're going to slowly make your way out of this wide knee child's pose. And I'm going to have you please come on your back for Savasana with the bolster underneath your knees. You can place your hands on your belly, or you can turn your palms up beside you. And you're going to rest back here to receive your class, to integrate your class. And I'm going to sit up and read you. I have 2 poems for you today by Mary Oliver, both Mary Oliver poems. So if 1 in 3 women are victims of violence, then we need to support each other from all sides. And I feel these poems support us from both sides, whether we are victims of violence or whether we need to raise our awareness and open our hearts to the violence against women. So the first poem is called The Journey by Mary Oliver. One day, you finally knew what you had to do and began. Though the voices around you kept shouting their bad advice, though the whole house began to tremble, and you felt the old tug at your ankles. Mend my life, each voice cried. But you didn't stop. You knew what you had to do. Though the wind pried with its stiff fingers at the very foundations, though their melancholy was terrible, it was already late enough, and a wild night, and the road full of fallen branches and stones. But little by little, as you left their voices behind, the stars began to burn through the sheets of clouds, and there was a new voice, which you slowly recognized as your own, that kept you company as you strode deeper and deeper into the world, determined to do the only thing you could do, determined to save the only life you could save. And then the second poem I have for you by Mary Oliver is called Lead. Here is a story to break your heart. Are you willing? This winter the loons came to our harbor and died one by one, of nothing we could see. A friend told me of one on the shore that lifted its head and opened the elegant beak and cried out in the long, sweet savoring of its life, which, if you have heard it, you know is a sacred thing, and for which, if you have not heard it, you had better hurry to where they will sing. And, believe me, tell no one just where that is. The next morning this loon, speckled and iridescent, and with a plan to fly home to some hidden lake, was dead on the shore. I tell you this to break your heart, by which I mean only that it break open and never close again to the rest of the world. Gradually wiggle your fingers and toes. Let your breath deepen, and you can slowly roll to your right side. Pause there and make your way up to seated. We're going to do the Shakti mudra today. Okay, so the way the Shakti mudra works is you place your palms together Your ring finger and your baby finger come together. You curl your thumbs in and your first and second fingers over your thumbs. And then this goes at the level of your heart. And you can close your eyes for this. So the reason why I chose this mudra is mainly because it helps to heal physical and emotional trauma associated with sexual abuse. Also, but because it connects you with the divine feminine, lunar cycles, and the cycle of nature. It helps to relax your pelvis, it relaxes your lower abdominal organs, and it relaxes pelvic tension. So it's a really powerful mudra for our theme for today. So breathe right into your lower belly. Let your belly be soft. Feel the spaciousness around you. Feel the support of the earth underneath you. And then we'll shift into our closing mudra, left palm up, right palm down, gathering the fruits of our practice into ourselves first and then offering them out into the world. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom for all. So thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Yoga with Melissa to help end violence against women. I really appreciate you being here. Whether you're a member or not a member, I truly enjoy our time together each week. It means so much to me that you set aside this time each week to practice with me in your living room or at work with your friends or your family. And I love the discussions that we have about the practice on my website, in the membership community. It's really meaningful. What we're doing here makes a difference in the world, and it's like the pebble in the pond. What you're doing has a beautiful ripple effect in the world. So thank you for being here today. And I think we can all raise some awareness around this issue by sharing this class, sharing it widely on social media. That would be an amazing thing to do. Pressing like on this helps to raise awareness, helps to boost it in the social media world too. So if you wouldn't mind doing that, that would be great as well. I want to thank the people that have been supporting us. Donna, Leah, Eva, and Joshua, thank you for your donations. If you are receiving value from these classes, you can make a monetary donation down below. And also you can contribute of your time by, as I said, sharing this video to raise awareness about violence against women. And also, if you can think of other timely topics, like this was a class, November 25th is International Violence Against Women Day. But also, like actually today is Thanksgiving in the United States, the day that I'm filming. So maybe that would have been a good day to release gratitude meditation. But if there's other timely days that you think, timely episodes that you think I could support you with a yoga class, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to do that. Today we focused on creating a loving, supportive, spacious consciousness for you to expand into with the goddess Bhuvaneshwari. And if you would like support in doing that every Monday, then our live meditation classes have become this really beautiful community of support that I look forward to every Monday. And we hold two of them, 9:30 a.m. Pacific time and 5:30 p.m. Pacific time in our membership community. And they're these guided relaxation style meditations that you do lying down to release tension in your body, feel the support of the earth underneath you. And then there's time to reflect and speak about your practice. I also give a teaching talk at the beginning of every one too. So for those of you that are missing those kind of condensed teaching talks, that happens at the beginning of every one as well. So if you'd like to join our membership community, you can click here below. I'm sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as our ocean. May you be as grounded as the trees in our forest, and may you be as strong as our mountains. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thank you.
Melissa would love to hear your questions and thoughts. Please leave your comments below the video. Thank you for your reviews on iTunes and YouTube. Your reviews help us to share yoga and a yoga lifestyle with others around the world. If you have a question for Melissa, you can leave a voice message at melissawest.com, and Melissa may answer it in an upcoming blog.